that the death of Jesus will practically reflect in the death of all forms of attacks against media freedom and freedom of expression, and may the resurrection of Christ also mark a renewal of our collective faith in and commitment to the rule of law, particularly the promotion and protection of media freedom. On that note, on this very goodwill note, I hereby welcome you all to the Gifty Afenyi Dazi Conference Hall of the Ghana International Press Center. Thank you for honoring our invitation. Colleagues, this is the fourth in the series of monthly press engagement we started in January this year to discuss pertinent media-related and national issues that need prompt attention and redress. Today, we have invited you here to share with you and the entire nation some pertinent issues agitating our minds on the media front and at the national level. Update on Ahmed Swale. Colleagues, we are still following the Ahmed Swale case with keen interest. Although one suspect has been arrested and is currently facing trial, many issues surrounding the case are still not clear to us. So far, our efforts to get clarity on those issues from the police have not been successful. We once again call on the police to update the public on the case through periodic findings or periodic briefings, let me put it. So we call on the police to update the public on the case through periodic briefings, given the huge public interest in this case, both at the national and international levels. We wish to emphasize that our position to seek external intervention in this case has not changed. We will only shift from our position when we are totally convinced that justice is at hand. And as a result of that, we will shift from our initial position when we are totally convinced that justice is at hand. In that regard, we wish to repeat our resolve to proceed to the ECOWAS Community Courts of Justice to seek resolution of this matter. We are also prepared to take similar action in respect of our colleague and brother Lateef Idrisu case. We are aware of the recent court hearing that subjected our brother to some cross-examination and interrogation. We are monitoring the court proceedings, and will come out as a win we want to. As we indicated in our earlier briefings, our international partners, including the Federation of African Journalists, FAJ, and the International Federation of Journalists, IFJ, are also ready to pursue justice for Ahmed Swale at other international forums. Update on other cases of attack against journalists. Colleagues, you may recall that in our last media engagement, we addressed the attack on 3 journalists in the Western region, which occurred on 21st February 2025. They were brutally assaulted by illegal small-scale miners, popularly known as Galamsey operators, operating in the Breman Adomanya forest. And these colleagues are Theophilus Akwesi Eje Enim of City FM Channel 1 TV, Henry Emil Finn of Angel TV, and Jacob Eduba of ABC News /Rock FM. They were covering the extensive destruction of the forest as a result of Galamsey activities when the thugs pounced on and brutalized them. In the process, The attackers caused severe bodily harm to the journalists and also damage to their equipment. The attack on the 3 journalists was very barbaric, and we call for speedy and satisfactory justice in their favor. It is unfortunate and indeed regrettable that in spite of the crucial role of journalists and it's unfortunate and indeed regrettable that in spite of the crucial role journalists and media practitioners are playing in the fight against Galamsey, our welfare does not seem to be a priority to the authorities. We have been monitoring the interventions the government has put in place to deal with the problem of Galamsey under the auspices of the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. We regret to note that the media is missing in these interventions, which makes us more gullible and exposed to severe risk. In the near future, we shall be asking the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources questions about our reservations. And also, we shall be also engaging the police, especially the new IGP, to ascertain, to find out what they are doing to provide protection for journalists reporting from this hazardous Galamsey site. Arrest and intimidation of journalists. Colleagues, barely a month ago, operatives from the Office of the Special Prosecutor, in short OSP, detained a colleague of ours, journalist Gordon Asaribediako, for alleging that the Special Prosecutor had requested the Kufuor government to buy a private jet for its official use. We are reliably informed that the OSP subsequently charged Asaribediako with publication of false information and communication. He was later granted bail in the sum of 5 million and has since been reporting periodically to the OSP. Colleagues, we have instructed our legal team to make immediate steps. We have instructed our legal team to take immediate steps to initiate a judicial review of the unlawful actions undertaken by the OSP, which constitute harassment of our member and clearly exceed the powers granted to the Special Prosecutor under the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act 2017, Act 959. We firmly hold the view that such an overreach of authority by the OSP is not only unacceptable but also illegal. Accordingly, we will seek a declaration from a court of competent jurisdiction to nullify these actions. Additionally, we have directed our lawyers to file an application for an injunction to restrain the OSP from engaging in any further act of harassment or undue interference with regards to Asaribediako and any other journalist. We remain committed to upholding the rule of law and ensuring that justice is served within the boundaries of legal authority. The Special Prosecutor must focus on his core mandate, on his constitutional mandate as Special Prosecutor, and not deviate from it to become Special Persecutor. He is a Special Prosecutor and not a Special Persecutor. NPP Media General impasse. Colleagues, there has been an impasse between the New Patriotic Party, NPP, and Media General over the past months. The NPP had alleged bias and unprofessional practices against the party by program host of Media General. Based on such concerns, the NPP in January 2025 officially withdrew from participation in all programs on Media General platforms. In our democratic dispensation, this is development, or this kind of development is not strange. It's not new. But it becomes a major issue of concern when such disagreements lead to violence and threat to life. Our attention has been drawn to an incident that occurred at a press conference organized by the NPP on Wednesday, April 16, 2025, and subsequent development that smack the face of media freedom and even constitute threat to life. The NPP press conference was attended by the General Secretary, Justin Frimpong Kodia, and the Minority Leader, Honorable Alexander Afenyo Michael. While the General Secretary was inviting the Minority Leader to deliver a speech, the NPP third National Vice Chairman, Alhaji Osman Masaud, was captured on camera pushing the TV3 microphone set on the eye table to the floor. That action was greeted with murmurs of disapproval from the General Secretary, Minority Leader, and other party officials, who immediately called for the TV3 microphone to be reinstated on the eye table. That gesture by the General Secretary and the Minority Leader to restore order and allow TV3 to cover the event, although Alhaji Masaudu was not remorseful, is very commendable. We commend the NPP General Secretary and the Minority Leader for showing a high sense of tolerance and maturity in the face of chaos. Colleagues, a day after this incident, Alhaji Masaudu, in an interview with Kumasi-based Ash FM, said categorically that he deliberately pushed the TV3 microphone down. He even went further to issue threats against reporters of TV3 who may go near programs of NPP. This is what he said, and I quote him. This is a warning to Media General. This is a warning to TV3. They should stay away from the New Patriotic Party. The next time they joke with our program, to wait, we will beat them. We find the actions and comments of Alhaji Masaudu very reckless, reprehensive, and regrettable. His actions and comments are not only a threat to human life, they are also a threat to the lives of the rule of law and our democracy. We condemn them in no uncertain terms and call on the NPP third National Vice Chairman to withdraw his reckless comment and apologize for same. We also call on well-meaning Ghanaians, civil society organizations, diplomatic missions, and the international community to demand same from Alhaji Masaudu. If the NPP third National Vice Chairman fails to withdraw those reckless comments and threats, we shall hold him responsible for any attack on TV3 reporter or reporters at the party's program or anywhere close to the party's office. And we want the whole world to likewise hold him responsible. We are informed that the management of Media General have reported the threat to the police, and we hereby call on the police to act decisively on this case. The police must not sit unconcerned. The police must not wait for the worst to happen before they act. We call on the Inspector General of Police and his team to immediately invite or cause for the arrest of what? Of the NPP third National Vice Chairman. Colleagues, earlier we commended the NPP General Secretary and the Minority Leader for showing disapproval to the action of the third National Vice Chairman in pushing the TV3 microphone down. But that is not loud and categorical enough to absolve the NPP of blame, given the fact that the press conference was held by the party and the reckless conduct and comment constituting violent attack on media freedom and threat to life came from no mean a person than the third National Vice Chairman of the party. We therefore urge the NPP as a political party to disassociate or distance itself from the actions and comments of its third National Vice Chairman, Alhaji C0ùp, by asking him to withdraw same and apologize. Colleagues, there is one pertinent issue we wish to clarify following the actions and comments of Alhaji C0ùp that relate to the work of the media generally and invitation to cover events. And I want all to pay particular attention to this. In his reckless comments, into which the NPP has not yet disassociated itself from, Alhaji C0ùp warned media general and TV3 to stay away from the NPP and its programs. Otherwise, Bona Ibebo, to which will beat them. We wish to make it clear that the public interest is the interest of the media, and that the media does not need any invitation to attend to the core of public interest. So whenever and wherever the public interest calls, the media have a constitutional invitation and obligation to respond to the call. Thus, unless the matter or issue is private in nature, unless the matter or the issue is private in nature, the media, in serving the public interest and right to know, have a duty to perform its constitutional task. So Alhaji C0ùp should not prevent the media from or threaten to attack the media for discharging their duty, and the NPP must not condone or acquiesce to its threats. We wish to urge the leadership of the NPP and media general to find an amicable solution to their impasse, given that the NPP needs media general much the same way as media general needs the NPP. In every relationship, misunderstandings may arise, but whenever they go, we must summon. But whenever they do, whenever the misunderstanding arises, we must summon tolerance, magnanimity, and courage to resolve them amicably. The GJA has engaged the leadership of both the NPP and media general on their conflict. We are happy to learn that long before the attack and threat by Alhaji C0ùp, talks were far advanced towards reconciliation. The GJA is ready to support any cause for the resolution of feud and restoration of friendship between the two parties. Colleagues, although we must jealously protect our rights and media freedom at all times, it is very important for us to always appreciate and uphold media responsibility. That is why we urge the management of media general to ensure that their charges conform to management commitment to peace. Otherwise, their peace talks may not yield the desired results. So management of media general must ensure that while those at the administration helm are busy lighting the fire of peace and unity, those at the production realm are not busy stoking the fire of conflict and division. It is important for the media to hold duty bearers to account, but it is also imperative for the media to promote peace, not conflict, unity, not division, and tolerance, not tension. National Media Commission. Colleagues, whenever we talk about media rights, freedoms, and responsibility, the regulator always comes to mind. How do we all expect the National Media Commission, which is NMC, as the regulator to sanitize the media space? Unfortunately, as we speak, there's no NMC in place for the past 5 months. The tenure of the last commission expired in December 2024. But since then, a new commission has not been inaugurated into office. Our checks indicate that some constituents are yet or were late to submit their nominations to the NMC Secretariat, hence the delay. This is a clear sign of how we relegate matters of the media to the back burner in national affairs. In the circumstance, we call on constituents that have not submitted their nominations to the NMC Secretariat to do so without delay in order to pave the way for the inauguration of the new commission so they can start work immediately. In the interim, we urge the NMC Secretariat to go ahead with the inauguration of nominations received so far to enable them start work while waiting for the others to join later. Whatever the case may be, the absence of the NMC in the circumstances is a dangerous and undesirable situation for the media and the nation at large. Update on WordPress Freedom Day 2025. Colleagues, as we informed you in our last media engagement, we intend to commemorate WordPress Freedom Day in a unique fashion this year. Remember, last year we brought innovation to the occasion by organizing the annual ceremony in Koforidua, the Eastern Regional Capital. It was the first time in recent memory that a national commemoration of WordPress Freedom Day was held in the regions. This year we will give the occasion another touch of innovation by honoring distinguished individuals and institutions that have championed and supported the cause of media freedom and the GJA. We are preparing a nursery for the ceremony scheduled for 2nd May 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to inform you that the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will be the special guest of honor this occasion. And so we expect all our key stakeholders, friends, the media colleagues, and everyone to attach seriousness to this event and grace it on the D-Day. Colleagues, preparations, update on 4th African Media Convention. Update on the 4th African Media Convention. Colleagues, preparations are also underway earnestly for the organization of the 4th African Media Convention, slated for Marrakesh, Morocco, from 27th to 30th May 2025. Following the highly successful organization of the 3rd African Media Convention held in Accra last year, Ghana represented, Following the highly successful organization of the 3rd African Media Convention held in Accra last year, Ghana, represented by the GJA, is playing a key role in the organization of the Marrakesh Convention. We will keep you updated on further details of the convention in subsequent engagement. But before then, the link, we'll share the link with you. Registration will end in few days, or I think in a week time. So all those who are interested and who want to be in Morocco, Marrakesh to be specific, for the 4th African Media Convention should do well to register when the link is shared. I think the MC will share the link with all of you. Issues of national concern. Colleagues, in line with our commitment to use our periodic news conference to address some national issues we deem critical today, we wish to address two major issues: Galamsey and the renewed Bawku conflict. Let's first talk about Galamsey. There is no institution, I dare say, that has stayed the fight against Galamsey more than the media. The GJA has instituted an award category on the subject matter for many years now to encourage our rank and file to keep the cameras, microphones, and pens on the massive destruction of our land, water bodies, and lives by Galamsey. We shall never stop this fight until Galamsey is knocked out. We wish to commend all our comrades in the fields working hard for Mother Ghana, even at the peril of their lives. Colleagues, we have observed some positive steps by the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources towards dealing with the Galamsey problem. We wish at this point to commend the Minister, Honorable Emmanuel Ama Kofi-Bua, for a show of commitment to the fight against Galamsey. We, however, think there are more to do to ensure greater success, such as the repeal of the law that allows for mining in forest reserves and the declaration of state of emergency in targeted areas to ensure a frontal attack on Galamsey. We also demand from the minister and the government the protection of journalists and facilitation of their work in mining fields to enable them discharge their duties without hindrance, fear, and threat to their lives. We urge the minister to immediately collaborate with the GJA and the media to fashion out ways in which the media can play a greater and more impactful roles in the fight against Galamsey. Comrades, on the renewed Bawku conflict, the GJA is disheartened at the turn of events. We want to add our voice to the many calls for peace to prevail in the area. We call on all sides to the conflict, and indeed all Ghanaians, to promote peace in Bawku. We must also support the efforts of the Asantehene Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II towards resolving the conflict. Finally, we wish to advise media practitioners to be extremely circumspect in their reportage and comment in order not to undermine the peace process. Media houses must not give their platforms to people who may want to foment trouble in the area. We should all help to promote peace in Bawku, because whatever affects Bawku affects Ghana. And you and I are part of Ghana. Ghana is our motherland. We must keep alive the whole national slogan. Once again, we must keep alive the old national slogan. And I quote, "One nation, one people, one destiny." Long live press freedom in Ghana. Long live GJA. Long live Ghana. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe,
and click on the bell for more updates.